But I've lost trust. As soon as I saw Fiona sitting next to Andrew Bridgen, that was it. My stomach sank, and I knew I don't trust any of it. You told me yourself you don't trust Fiona, right? You know she's.
There's 5 people that I trust. You're one of them.
Well, she's a fucking agent. She's an agent. I'm not going to unite with an agent, and I can't. My stomach turned. I can't tell you how I felt. I actually felt sick.
Oh, that makes sense now. I've had a few. Yeah. What's Laura's issue with? Hang on, let me just check this message. Hang on. Just go into it. See, look, Laura and Nina's got a huge problem with Fiona. Do you know what it is? Next message. Hang on. Bang, bang, bang.
God blimey, it does get out.
Who's upset, Laura? Nina? Did you invite her to the meeting? Did she attend? And I replied, she was invited, she didn't attend. She didn't attend because of Fiona the shill. Those are the messages I've been getting.
Well, that one's spot on.
Well, I don't trust her because I can't be.
Mark,
I
wasn't able to attend, but I'll tell you now, if I was free and able to attend, you wouldn't have seen me there.
Because I can't.
I would not have stood in the same room as that fucking scum cunt.
It's as good as having the City of London police there.
That is my point I wanted to make, Mark. If you had a secret meeting, a secret squirrel meeting, yet the whole perimeter of the fucking hall was City of London police, would you speak honestly and freely from the heart in front of them? Would you?
Yes,
no.
Yes, mate. Yes. Yes, Fiona is what she is. I don't care. Yes, there's people in that room that are going to run back and tell tales to whoever, MI5, MI6, special branch. I don't care because we're not doing anything other than acting lawfully. They can't stop us.
So what is Andrew Bridgen's? Because I know you're friends with him, and what is his strategy having Fiona next to him? I mean, I can think of.
Is he not been informed?
This is my worry.
By me. On the phone.
Well, I'm not saying he's not really shown himself to be very clever, sitting next to a fucking MI5 agent. Sorry, but
let me just explain very briefly. Sorry. Right, Andy Bridgen is vaccine injured. He's not a well man. Fact that he's not hiding from that truth.
Have we got the proof of that?
There are people trying to help him.
Right.
Secondly, since he started to come out in early December, mid-December, he has been absolutely battered by not just people in this country, but he's getting a lot of attention from people around the world, including Bobby Kennedy Jr., who likes what Andrew's doing. Secondly, Andy was kicked out of the Conservative Party. He's lost his house. He's lost his business. He's got an £800,000 legal bill hanging over his head. He doesn't know whether he's coming or going. He couldn't get car insurance. His car insurance went from £400 to £5,000. They're trying to close his bank accounts. He's been offered bribe money. He's turned it down. All these things have happened to him.
Right.
Now, he's an ego-driven, narcissistic man. He is.
Right.
Fact. However, Laura, he's been warned about everybody. He's been told. He doesn't know whether it's fucking day or night, whether he's coming or going. He's not sleeping. He looked a mess on Sunday, but he was there. He's there because he wants to do the right thing. He's spoke to me and said, "This is brilliant. Thank you. This is my PA. get in touch. I've got somebody who will help you with your campaign. He's gone over to Reclaim because that's just the way he is. He's working with Lawrence. I can't speak for Andy Bridgen. Was I shocked to see Fiona on the right-hand side? I nearly fell over.
I just hope Andrew Bridgen is not the fallback guy that's going to restore democracy. And, you know, he's going to be the one that people are going to become, oh, look, he's on our side now. When he's sitting next to Fiona, I don't think so. They're both narcissistic pricks.
September rally in London, she's going to change it to suit this. And I said, hold your horses. Thank you for the offer. Let's wait and see what happens with this first. And if we do need to do something moving forward, I'm going to be controlling that, not Fiona.
Mark, did you see her speech at the European Summit?
Oh my God, it was just such an act. Putting
Right
the
now,
tears
I'm
on.
not being funny. You saw Matt Hancock.
No.
You saw Matt Hancock pretending to cry about the vaccines are ready to fucking roll out and get into people's arms. Her fucking crying was no fucking better. They both deserve a fucking, was it a Nobel Award for the world's worst actors?
Worst, yeah. The fact that she put the tears on, you know, and how she even got there. I can think of many people that deserve a seat for to have a voice. She's not one of them.
You are right.
Yeah, what I'm trying to say is there's a lot of people that are of a better influence, much more knowledge.
There's a lot of people that have been standing up and fighting this for the last 3 years that are not agents.
Yeah, sorry. As soon as I saw that, Mark, my heart sank. My heart absolutely sank, and I thought, what the fuck are we getting led into?
Listen, you've got to. I know why you guys think the way you do, and I understand it.
Do you though?
Sometimes you have to dance with the devil, whether we like it or not. I am going to have to dance with the devil at some point. The one thing that they can't stop is the consent of the people. We're not saying there's going to be anarchy. We're saying we don't consent to you enough. You're not getting any more money.
Yeah.
Job done. You're not our Prime Minister. We don't consent anymore.
Well, I don't think anarchy is such a bad idea, to be fair.
I don't need
we won't need it. We don't need it.
Maybe I want it.
Well, I don't think anarchy. I don't think.
That's what they want.
Yeah, but anarchy.
No, don't misunderstand what we're saying. Anarchy isn't fucking civil unrest.
No, it's not. It's just.
It's not the same thing.
We don't need a government.
No, can I be honest with you, right? No, I'm going to go back to Fiona. I don't give a fuck, right? Fiona said to me when I watched my friend get murdered in hospital, if you don't shut your fucking mouth, I know. I said, look, Fiona, you didn't see what I saw. I was there 6 days watching the NHS murder Roland. She goes, I don't care what you fucking saw. I know what the NHS told me down the phone. And if you carry on and persist this avenue, I will happily stand in court and testify against you. That's why I won't stand in the same room as that cunt. My friend Roland was murdered, and she wanted to stand in court and fucking lock me up.
I can't come back from that. There's nothing I can say or do that's going to.
You want to stick me in the same room as her?
Experience that you face, but I have to bring these people in that I don't like, that I don't want, because these people have got a voice, and if they are feeding stuff back, they're going to be feeding stuff back that's going to upset and worry the establishment.
I'm not being funny. Is everybody's right? Everyone has the right to withdraw their consent.
For 2, 3, 4, 5 years, and then we put it back to the community, and we have small communities, and we remove central government. We know we have to remove central.
We have to. It's the only way. We have to remove central government. We have to, because to have a centralized power, centralized control, that's why the whole of the UK is easy to control.
Of course,
you're right.
And so this is why I'm doing a video tonight. I'm doing a chat on anarchy, to be honest, because anarchy is not what, yeah, it's funny. Yeah, but anarchy is not what people. Anarchy is not let's riot, let's take to the street, let's smash the place. It's none of that. It's literally removing.
This isn't America.
The removing centralized power
We might have to have an interim government. You might have to have Andy Bridge and Lawrence Fox being Prime Minister and Deputy Prime Minister for 2 or 3 years. But they'll only be interim because the people behind the scenes are waiting to get rid of this shit. It's not for you and me because we know what's going on. But the 78-year-old woman who was going around on a bus in the winter because she couldn't afford her gas and electric bills with a flask and a sandwich because she gets free to keep warm, that's who we need to be looking for. The system.
Mark, do you actually believe that our government run the country? Do you actually honestly believe that?
Not at all. But if you take
right, okay, so we do understand that there's shadow governments, and obviously then there's a lot more fucking going on.
Yeah.
They're just the puppets we see.
Yeah, of course.
We know that, mate. We know that.
That Andrew Bridgen said something about what's going to happen in October.
I'm not happy that was put out. No, it's out there. People are posting about it on social
Oh right.
media.
So what did he say?
What can I be told?
He said we've got till October, and then there's going to be a massive crash anyway.
What, a banking crash?
Yeah.
How does he know for sure?
It's not going to come that quick.
Well, how would he know for sure that it's going to be a massive banking crash?
I think that's his opinion.
Right.
But he works in Parliament, Laura.
Well, if he works in Parliament and he knows there's going to be a banking crash, then he knows more than what he's telling us.
I think you are right, and I think that the issue is, it's just like Dr. Asim Malhotra. He's the kind of person, well, he will only go out and talk about the things that he knows and he can talk about that are concrete 100%. I've had the conversation with him. Midazolam, morphine, murdered the elderly. There's no such thing as a virus. Vaccines don't work, they're all evil. He will not, I said, Mark, I can't have this conversation with you now. I've just done my peer reviewed paper 9 months. I can know about the heart, I know about the damage, I know about this, that, 1 in 800 people dying by it. That's what I can go out and talk about and blah, blah, blah. And I get it, I understand it. So I think Andy Bridgen is saying what he can say at a level that he can say it where he's prepared to get away with certain things. He is pushing the narrative, he is pushing the vote, he's talking about the sex education now in schools, he's talking about the vaccine harm, he's talking about the WHO treaty. He's starting to come out with all of these things in Parliament, one by one.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing how much of us.
This country's already signed up to the fucking WHO.
Yeah, but it's pretty amazing.
I don't remember getting that vote either.
No, how much of a flip he's done, isn't it?
He's a broken man. I'm telling you now, this is a broken man. This is a man who's not very well, a man who's not sleeping, a man who's
Desmond Swain.
He had a £15 million £20 fortune. Do you know that?
A what?
He had a £15 to £20 million fortune. He had a very successful business, all taken off him by his family. His house. I went to his house 2 years ago. Beautiful. Grand piano.
Why have they taken it off of him?
Because he lost a court case against his family about the business. He was the director of the company and they kicked him out for all sorts of shit reasons, took his house off him.
Oh, blimey.
He can't have anything to do with the business anymore. A business that he set up.
Yeah.
And now he's living in rented accommodation, driving a 10-year-old Jag. He's gone from the highs of the highs to the lows of the low. And I know people are saying, oh, he's controlled, he's with Fiona. And I was shocked to see Fiona there. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Seeing Fiona there really just kind of like made me go, holy shit. Oh my God. Anyway, here we go. You know, either Andrew's stupid or I have no idea. I can't. It doesn't. No, it doesn't.
You want to get behind someone that can't fucking see the person.
Exactly. Exactly.
It's very concerning.
Yeah. I just think at the moment, and this is my opinion, having seen him again and spoke to him again last night and seen him on Sunday, he just can't see the wood for the trees at the moment because he's been pulled from pillar to post. He's just been on a 3-week travelling spree all over Europe and England and doing interviews. And
with Fiona.
His constituencies and his wife and his family and the attack of him and being kicked out of Parliament. And he's been battered, absolutely battered from pillar to post. And I just think that is it. And I think, you know, and I know, Fiona's Fiona. Fiona can't have that control over me because I've already told her. But I told her one-to-one and face-to-face, and I told her in a very carefully worded message, and I told her to her face as well. And I'll keep that person at arm's length. And Fiona offered me all sorts of help and support for Sunday, and I said, thank you very much. I don't need it. Sam and I have got it all under control, but thank you.
Yeah.
And she left me alone. She said after the meeting on Sunday, that was brilliant, Mark. I've never been more impressed by anyone that you've been able to pull this off, get all these people in the room at the same time. How the fuck did you do that?
Yeah.
My 23rd of September event, I'm going to change it to suit your thing. I said, hold on a minute. Let's just wait. Let me get this rolled out first, and we'll cross that bridge when we come to it.
Yeah.
And if Fiona is
Maybe
needed
would
to
have had a lot
change
more
that
people in
event,
the room if you didn't have her.
absolutely.
Yeah.
We'll change that event to no consent. We'll wear T-shirts and banners and stickers and yeah, absolutely. I will use and abuse that to our advantage, not to hers. If ever there's an issue or a problem, just be truthful, and I'll respect and understand your wishes. I've got no issue. I hear Justin's passion about Fiona and what happened. I know what happened.
Yeah.
It's wrong. It should never have happened. If you said, look, well done, go ahead with the meeting, but I'm not going to sit in a room with that cunt, excuse my language, I'd have said, I respect that. I can't argue with that because that's your feelings, not mine.
You know very well that my other concern is plan what you're going to be. You know, you're stirring the pot, but you haven't got a solution. And at the moment, the solution is Andrew Bridgen.
Who said the solution's Andrew Bridgen?
Well, when you said Andrew Bridgen will have to step in as an interim government.
Who said that? When?
You
when
did.
You say that?
When we spoke last time, when you said to me, Andrew Bridgen and Lawrence Fox may have to step in and have an interim government.
Right, that is absolutely correct. What I'm referring to there is we can't just flick a switch, like I said in the video. These people have to go. They have to get out there.
Yeah, but we can't have the same people represent us. Andrew Bridgen is no different to any of them.
But whether he is or he isn't, at this moment in time, he's the only one who's talking about the religious and sex education disgrace.
He might
he's the only one that's talking about.
He might be, but he was also pushing the vaccines.
He was.
So in theory, he too was murdering people.
Do we condemn everybody who said and done something wrong?
No, but we can't. No, but we can't jump out of the frying pan into the fire. We've got to make sure that we don't replace the system with something that is exactly the same.
Andrew Bridgen has admitted central government has to go. That place is a cesspit of criminals and paedophiles. His own exact words for her.
Yep. So he knows that, and he's been in it for how many years?
I don't know.
Well,
15.
Yeah. And so only now he's deciding to say that. And like I said, anything to do, you know, you've got people that are just so corrupt, infiltrators, agents, and it really makes me think, what the hell's going on here? Andrew Bridgen is
Andrew Bridgen is not an infiltrator.
No, but he's not really a good example to lead the people. Why can't you have someone like David Curtin, who's very genuine? Having Andrew Bridgen, who was pushing the vaccine, pushing for people to bloody be murdered, and all of a sudden he changes coat and, oh yeah, now he's for the people. Doesn't sit right, does it?
Absolutely doesn't sit right.
I just hope that we aren't jumping straight into the fire.
Who's we?
Well, the people that are following.
Andrew Bridgen, at the moment, is the one person in there who's saying all the right things. I'm sorry that he pushed the vaccine. He's been fucking cast aside for that by many people, trust me.